kind of run right through, and they'll know exactly where these fire bars are. And as they go through, they're going to do this duck jump. Andrew's going to do it right now. If you mess that up, it is pretty much a definite death, but they've both manipulated 2-4 perfectly. And, oh no! We'll see if Andrew kind of refreshes his Fire Flower or if he's going to keep going along with Small Mario. Meanwhile, Cosmic actually doesn't have to deal with those crouch jumps. So there are these small periods where you don't have to really worry as Small Mario. So we're headed into 3-1 now. Now here is where I want to take the time to explain one of the most important parts about speedrunning this game. It's called the frame rule. The best way to explain this is that imagine at the end of every Mario level, there is a bus waiting to take Mario to the next level. Now this departs the station, or the end of the level, every 21 frames. So if you miss this bus by 1 frame, you have to wait another 20 frames for the bus to actually leave. Whereas if you make the bus right at 1 frame immediately before it leaves, you've barely saved that frame rule. You've barely saved that. Those 21 frames equate to 1/3 of a second. So these 1/3 of seconds add up, especially when you're speedrunning and going for the record. And even in a run like this, these little additions do add up, absolutely. So they're all in 3-2 right now. Darbian finishing it up, Andrew halfway through, closing it out, and then Cosmic in the middle as well. So as we go into 3-3, this is a bit of a funny thing. So Darbian tells me, I was asking him to explain this game to me. Darbian tells me that the music of this level adds up, was programmed to kind of go along with when you collect the coins. I asked, this sounded really fishy to me, so I asked him if I could get a source on that. And Darbian says, I'll try to give my best Darbian impression. Darbian says, no, you can't. Community consensus. And that's all I had to go off of. Community consensus? Yeah, okay. So in 3-4, I want to talk about why the frame rules do matter. When you're going for a run, you're going to be performing so well that you know exactly what frame rule you're on. You know if you're 1/3 behind, if you're 2/3 of a second behind, a full second behind, you know all of these little things. And so you know all luck in this game is dependent on when you enter a particular level. So if you know what frame rule you're on headed into 3-4, you know exactly kind of where the potaboos are and all the different little, oh man, you know where all the different kind of little luck factors are. Now in 4-1, I want to talk about the flagpole glitch now. We'll see if Darbian goes for it. The flagpole glitch is very interesting. Essentially, you need to, let's see if he gets it here, and then I'll explain it. Oh, not quite. Andrew's going to be going for it, we'll see. But the flagpole glitch is a big deal. This is what was kind of waiting for everyone to be able to get the 456. Oh, not quite. So the deal is, if you hit that block the flag is on at just the right time, at just the right point, from just the right pixel, all these things chain together, and you actually kind of, you just barely clip out, you hit into the kind of block, and you don't actually have to wait for the flag to descend. You just kind of get bonked out to the other side, and you just continue along, and you don't have to wait for that flag. It's interesting because I know how many times, as you guys are watching this, I know how many questions you're asking in terms of, why don't they just jump to the bottom of the flagpole? Why don't they just kind of, why do they have to jump at the top? Why don't they just jump to the bottom? You have to wait for that flag to descend no matter what. So because you accelerate faster going backwards in this game than going forwards, like facing backwards and facing forwards, if you hit the flagpole at its apex, then you're actually, when you descend to the bottom of the flagpole, you're higher up on that flag than you would be normally. Like, look at Darbian there and watch Andrew as he finishes. They're going to hit this flag in the middle, and they're going to thus kind of fall to the bottom of the flag. But if you hit the top of the flagpole, you're higher up on the flag. So you're accelerating in the air backwards a longer period of time, and thus you travel from the flag to the castle more quickly. It's these small things which really matter. So we're in 4-4 now. 4-4 is a maze level. And obviously they know exactly where to go, but, oh, Andrew goes for a cliff, doesn't quite get it. But these little things could potentially add up. But yeah, this maze level, it's interesting because if you were doing this maze level yourself, you might accidentally just kind of be taking the right path, but not be headed the right way. It just kind of loops you consecutively anyway. The reason that is actually because if you're in the air at the time where it tries to calculate kind of if it should loop you or if it should allow you to continue moving on, if you're in the air during like at that point in the level, then it doesn't care. It might just loop the level for you anyway. And so in those maze levels, they actually don't. They try to avoid jumping because of that. So in 5-2, that cannon at the beginning, if you get unlucky, it can shoot you right in the face. And so Darbian got lucky there. Andrew is about to head into 5-2. We'll see if he gets lucky. And it takes your power up, which means you actually need to take that extra time. Oh, Andrew plays it safe. I don't blame him. But I don't blame him because if you get your power up taken, you go straight to being Small Mario, and you have to get the mushroom again, the fire flower again. It takes a lot of time. Meanwhile, if you don't get if you have the fire flower, you can just plow through these Hammer Bros with not a care in the world. Cosmic staying so loyal to his Small Mario strats, and honestly, I want to take a moment to just say how insane that is, because having a fire flower just allows you such kind of an extra little kind of buffer and extra safety, just because you can burn all these fire flower or all these Hammer Bros or piranha plants that are in your way. And Cosmic says no. I want to take every chance I can get. Oh no! With oh man. So Andrew is now kind of just behind Darbian. As you head into this level, unlike a previous level, you actually don't necessarily know where the fire bars are. Because 5-3 and 5-4, it's a little known fact, but there are, oh, Darbian squats right underneath. Meanwhile, Andrew takes a hit and is going to have to recollect that fire flower if he so chooses. And one thing to say about Bowser, if you're watching him carefully, if you see him jump in the air and move forward, oh man, if you see Bowser jump in the air and move forward, you know that you can just kind of run right under him. Meanwhile, if he kind of wavers back and forth or moves back at all, then you are going to potentially either want to take a huge risk or in jumping over him, or else just wait for him to jump again. Darbian with a pretty solid lead right now, just finishing up 6-1 and heading into 6-2. So 6-2 is especially a level. Ooh, one little. That's right. There's one. You get one firework. It doesn't lose any time. So just appreciate the little pew that Cosmic gets here. So 6-2, it's actually a lot easier headed in here with Fire Flower just because of all the piranha plants. And this is another level where you're going to want to slow down to avoid getting a 3 on the clock. So in 6-3, we're headed into 6-3 now. You're going to actually see a little bit of variance in strategies here. It's very subtle, but these things all really add up. Darbian, I believe, actually takes... Oh! Cosmic takes a death. Oh, Andrew's going to get a couple pew-pew-pews. So Darbian actually takes kind of a higher route here, whereas some of our other players might take a lower route. The reason that the lower route is slower is because it's so subtle. But when you have the higher route, the elevators on this stage, the platforms, push you to the left a little bit during the time while you're walking on them. And that could make a difference of a frame rule. So if you're in a run, you'll probably want to be taking that lower route, but you may still make the frame rule if you are taking the higher route. So 6-4 here, this is another repeat level. Oh no, Darbian takes a hit. This is another repeat level. This is also the very first time where Bowser throws hammers. So there is a luck element. Darbian lost his fire, so he's going to have to wait. And then he waits for Bowser to go, and then he does go ahead. Very, very nice. Andrew as well. Andrew could potentially make up a bit of time here if Bowser... No. If Bowser had been running forward... Oh, no! Andrew chanced it. Oh, what can you do? I don't blame him. These are situations where you see Darbian in the lead. You say to yourself, I have to make up that time somehow. Oh, no. Another Podoboo. You say to yourself, I have to make that time somehow. Might as well do it here. And with all the luck in the world, potentially Bowser might not have thrown that hammer, but he did, and unfortunately Andrew paid for it. Darbian choosing to continue with Fire Flower strats. He wants to stay big. Andrew continues through 6-4. This does mean that Cosmic has actually made up a solid bit of time and is headed into 7-1. This is crazy, crazy stuff. So, headed into 7-2 here, I actually want to take the time to talk a bit about how something like the flagpole glitch is discovered. So again, the flagpole glitch is where you head in, where you kind of butt into the flagpole stand in just the right way, where it doesn't kind of descend the flag at all. And we have this man here, Sockfolder, to thank for that. Sockfolder, the glitch finder. It's crazy what he does. So the way that it was discovered, there was a very long time where that flagpole glitch was thought to be impossible real time. It was done in a tool-assisted run, but thought to be absolutely impossible, or at least there was, like the inputs would be so precise that nobody could do it in real time ever. But Sockfolder just kind of programmed a bot which beat the end of the level in so many different ways with every kind of iteration that eventually the bot just found a way to do it. And then that was decided to be, okay, you know what? Maybe this is possible after all. Maybe we can do it regularly. And even though it's extremely difficult, and I think it happens maybe at 1 out of every 10 runs, they've still chosen to include it in their runs in both the levels 1-1 and 4-1. And you can do it, I believe, in 8-3 as well. Is that right? But you typically don't do it there. But they have decided to do that in their runs. So 7-4 is another maze level. Again, I mean, you know where to go in this level if you're speedrunning it, but it can be very challenging for a new player. So you're going to kind of see him just making these very deliberate choices in how to route through the level. Oh, Cosmic takes a death. Darbian has a pretty strong lead right now. We'll see if he stays Small Mario or goes for the Fire Flower. He's known to play it safe now and then. We'll see. So he does have to wait for Bowser. You don't want to chance it with those hammers. So Darbian finishing up World 7, headed into World 8. So in World 8, Darbian is Small Mario. Now, if you were Fire Mario here, you'd be able to burn through these piranha plants that are scattered throughout the level. But Darbian is going to have to either choose to make very precise pipe jumps, like he does there. Unfortunately, he missed. But either make those pipe jumps, which he gets the second of the 3. We'll see if he goes for the last one. But 8-1 is such a precise level, and especially in warps, it's considered to be one of the hardest. And we'll go into why that is as we approach the warps run. Darbian gets the other piranha jump, and he's just cruising through A1. Really solid 8-1 outside of, unfortunately, that first missed run. Cosmic continues his second place. Andrew G very close behind him as he finishes up World 7. This is really, really nuts. Oh, nice. So 8-2, this is, for them, this is very reminiscent of a Warps run. Usually, ideally in a Warpless run, they would still have Fire Mario here. But it's just Darbian's safing it out, going with the shroom. You will see that Cosmic refuses to ever shroom up. So Darbian continuing along. And he is, I mean, it just is, all right, Bullet Bill glitch, not quite. Oh, so close, so close. I'm going to talk about what he was attempting there as we get into the Warps run, but very, very brave soul for trying something like that. 8-3. 8-3, normally in a Warps run, not a big deal if you're really on a run where you know where your what frame rule you're on. But in a warpless run, or if you just don't know quite where you are, then you're not gonna know where these Hammer Bros are, and so you're gonna either want to chance it or just kind of, all right. So there's one, there's another. He jumps over the other one. All right, so he clears the Hammer Bros, no problem. Meanwhile, Cosmic finishing up 8-2. Andrew close behind in 8-2 as well, choosing to take that shroom. I really don't blame these guys for wanting to take these power-ups. It just allows you to, honestly, save time in the long run because you don't need to kind of wait around just to be sure. 8-4 is a very complicated level. So the second screen here, Darbian is going to try for a wall jump. Let's see if he gets this wall jump. Very precise. Oh, not quite. You could kind of see how he just kind of hit that pipe on the side there. Couldn't quite get the wall jump. Next here, we're going to have a wrong warp. Oh, he doesn't get the wrong warp. So he's going to lose some time here. It's not going to be enough time for Cosmic to catch up. But, I mean, you can see that they're so much closer now. Any small mistake could cost Darbian and allow... He gets the wall jump there! Will Cosmic get the wall jump? Okay, so... Oh, not quite, not quite. So Darbian is on the second last screen. So as long as he doesn't get hit by the fire rods here, then he should be good to go. If he does... All right, so that was close. That was close. All right, is he going to get hit by this one? Oh, that was so close. All right. All right, so all he has to do is finish up Bowser here. Oh, there he is! Darbian takes it! Darbian takes it. Awesome, awesome run. Cosmic finishing it up. Let's see if he can get clear Bowser here. Can he clear Bowser? He does it. Cosmic finishes up. Andrew G finishes up with the wrong warp. He is now on the second last screen of the level. Now, I told you about how precise these water physics are and how important it is that these guys hold the A button for exactly how long they need to be. And that is exactly what Andrew's doing here, so he exits the screen as smoothly as possible. Only one obstacle between him and the end, and that's Bowser. Well, only Bowser. He waits it out. He gets it. Oh, he's going. Okay. He tried for the double kill there. I love that he tried for the double kill there. And a huge, huge round of applause for all three of these guys. Absolutely an amazing show. Darbian takes it in first, Cosmic close behind in second, and Andrew right there behind him in third. Awesome, awesome run, guys. But we have so much more Mario for you. Right after this is a Warps run. Right after that is Super Mario 2 The Lost Levels. So much left to go. And then more and more and more and after that. Such great stuff. Can we hear what Darbian's time was? All right, here we go, guys. This is insane. I just want to say how insane it is to have these three guys racing one another right here, right now. These are three of the best players at Super Mario Bros. Warpless, warps, all of the above. So as we head into 1-2, at the very end of 1-1, you are already going to see kind of some differing strategies. Darbian has already gone for, first of all, they went through for the flagpole glitch, which we'll talk about in a bit, but Darbian has already shroomed up, and Andrew and Cosmic have not. Cosmic will not be going for Fire Flower Mario this entire time. Darbian and Andrew both will be. Now the advantages here are that, for one thing, if you have the Fire Flower, you'll be able to just kind of shoot things out of your way, but also it's just strictly faster. It's not just to play safer. Defeating Bowser with the Fire Flower instead of with the axe is significantly faster. So there's going to be a huge discrepancy there. Darbian does also get Fire Flower early so that he can shoot through those piranha plants, but Andrew goes without it for now. It is slightly faster to get it the way Andrew is going to get it, but Darbian just wanted that little bit of extra safety. And you're going to be seeing kind of these strategies, discrepancies as we go. So one advantage that Cosmic has going small only is that while the pipe jumps are more difficult, he is able to do a lot fewer crouch jumps to get through kind of narrow spaces, which Andrew and Darbian will both have to deal with. Now, you can get these mushroom grabs in a certain way. You might have seen Andrew do it there, but if you hit a block and a mushroom block, and then kind of just scrape up the right part of the block, then you can pick up the mushroom without even really kind of losing much time at all. So you're going to see here, 1-4, Darbian has a strong lead, and they both have the Fire Flower. Andrew and Darbian both have a Fire Flower. Meanwhile, Cosmic does finish it off, so he does have a significant lead right now. But you can watch as they finish him off with a Fire Flower. They don't have to wait for that cutscene, and that's exactly where they're going to save time. So this is going to be a time saving throughout the course of the run. But we'll see if Cosmic can keep this lead. It's entirely possible. Now, I want to talk about fireworks right now. If you end a level with a 1, 3, or a 6 in the 1 second of your time in the upper right, then you end with that amount of fireworks. Now, in this particular level, oh no, Cosmic. In this particular level, if you don't slow down at all, you end the level with a 6. You see Darbian had to slow down just a little bit to avoid a 6. Andrew the same, so that they wound up with a 5 in their ones digit. If they had ended with a 6, they would have wasted a ton of time from all the fireworks. 2-2, we're headed into a water stage. You often forget that there are water stages in this game, but they do exist. And there are kind of intricacies to the water physics. If you only tap A as you're going through the water, then you'll do a taller jump. But if you hold down A, then you'll actually do a shorter jump. And there are, even though you might not have ever known that just from casual play, but it makes a huge difference in your ability to control your character in a speedrun. These little kind of currents that speed you along and slow you down, it feels like you should be able to control and gain some speed in there, but for the most part, you really can't. It's actually just kind of static the way it speeds you up and then slows you down immediately after. So Darbian does have a significant lead. Andrew G very close behind. Both of them with Fire Flower, and Cosmic staying very loyal with his small Mario strats. Oh. As we head into 2-3, there are these flying Cheeps, which can be very, very annoying. There are some patterns where you need to slow down. Ooh, Darbian almost gets hit. There are some patterns where you need to slow down, but they're just going to be kind of reacting to what they see. Sometimes you can kind of get lucky with a fire shot, but basically you really just have to react. And slow down if you need to, but otherwise just run along and hope for the best. Andrew with some, oh, the swag shot there. Very, very solid. So we're headed into the next Bowser level here. Now, these beginning fire bars are actually never, ever a problem. So you're going to just see them kind of run right through, and they'll know exactly where these fire bars are. And as they go through, they're going to do this duck jump. Andrew's going to do it right now. If you mess that up, it is pretty much a definite death, but they've both manipulated 2-4 perfectly. And, oh no! We'll see if Andrew kind of refreshes his Fire Flower or if he's going to keep going along with Small Mario. Meanwhile, Cosmic actually doesn't have to deal with those crouch jumps. So there are these small periods where you don't have to really worry as Small Mario. So we're headed into 3-1 now. Now here is where I want to take the time to explain one of the most important parts about speedrunning this game. It's called the frame rule. The best way to explain this is that imagine at the end of every Mario level, there is a bus waiting to take Mario to the next level. Now this departs the station, or the end of the level, every 21 frames. So if you miss this bus by 1 frame,